Kyle Busch just said the quiet part out loud. No excuses, no deflection. I made a mistake. And when a two-time NASCAR champion starts talking like that, you know something deeper is going on. Because right now, one of the most feared drivers in the sport looks completely out of sync. Kyle Busch, 0 wins in nearly 2 full seasons. After winning 3 races in his first year with Richard Childress Racing, he hasn't been back to victory lane since. 2026 start, slow, very slow. 5 races in, he's sitting 22nd in the standings. Meanwhile, his teammate Dillon running near the top 10 consistently. Busch himself admits mistakes are part of the problem, but not the whole problem. This isn't just a slump. This is Kyle Busch we're talking about, a driver who built his career on dominance, aggression, and closing races. When he joined RCR, it looked like a perfect reset. New team, fresh energy, immediate success, 3 wins right out of the gate. And then everything stalled. The speed disappeared, the consistency faded, and now confidence is starting to slip. Inside that garage, this matters more than people realize. Because when a driver like Busch starts questioning execution, that can ripple through the entire team. Communication tightens, pressure builds, risks increase, and suddenly every race becomes heavier. Let's break this down because this situation is layered. Veteran voices around NASCAR are pointing to one core issue. The RCR car just doesn't have elite speed, and when your car is lacking, you start forcing things. That's exactly what we're seeing with Busch. He's overdriving corners, taking risks he normally wouldn't, trying to create something that isn't there. And at this level, that's when mistakes happen. Kyle Busch has always raced on the edge. That's what made him great. But that style only works when the car can back it up. Right now, it can't. So instead of controlling races, he's chasing them. And chasing leads to errors, like the Kansas incident he admitted himself. Bad aero position, wall contact, race gone. That's not bad luck. That's a driver trying to squeeze more out of the car than it can give.
Busch talked about needing magic. That's not just a phrase. In NASCAR, that's chemistry, driver feel, car balance, team communication. When it clicks, you feel unbeatable.
When it doesn't, everything feels off by just enough to lose. And right now, RCR doesn't have it. This might be the most concerning part. Dillon is consistently running better, not winning, but competitive. That tells you the car isn't completely broken. It's capable, just not elite. Which means Busch is stuck in a dangerous middle ground. Good enough to compete, not good enough to dominate. That's the hardest place for a superstar to operate. Here's the real risk. If this continues, Busch starts pressing more, mistakes increase, results get worse, and suddenly a slump becomes a pattern. For a driver built on intensity, that's a tough cycle to break. The reaction right now, it's mixed but emotional. Fans want to see Kyle Busch win again. Even rival fans know the sport is better when he's a threat. But there's frustration too. People are asking what happened. Is it the team or is it him? Media analysts are split. Some blame the car. Others point at Busch's decision-making under pressure. And then there's the bigger question. Let's look at where this goes. RCR finds speed. The communication clicks. Busch settles down, stops forcing the issue. And once he gets back into the top 5 consistently, that magic returns. And when it does, he's winning again. Fast. The car never improves. Busch keeps overdriving. Mistakes pile up. And the season slips away before it ever really starts. At that point, you're not chasing wins anymore. You're just trying to stay relevant. So here's the real question. Is Kyle Busch the problem, or is he just stuck in a car that can't keep up? And be honest, do you believe he'll get back to victory lane this season? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want real, no-filter breakdowns on the biggest stories in sports, hit subscribe, because this situation, it's far from over.